Yo, yo,
Yo, yo,
yo.
yo.
What is
I
up?
remembered to unmute myself.
This is probably the best intro we've done, and we ain't even done it yet. What's up, guys? This is episode 6 of There Will Be Anarchy. In this episode, we are going to be watching Bison Briggs versus Acre. This is the second battle that we're watching from the quarterfinals. We watched Bizzo versus Matt a few weeks ago. Had a couple of weeks off. Had my birthday. Got some merch for my birthday as well. Check it out, the t-shirt. Get on to Premier Battles. Yeah, so Tom, what you been up to? You cool? You all right?
Yeah, man, I've been really busy actually. Yeah. Been good. But I'm ready to get back in, watch some more battle raps.
Yeah, man.
Get involved, get caught up. I've missed bits.
I'm so gutted that we didn't catch up. Well, I was hoping to catch up for the semi-finals so we could watch it live. I'm so gutted that you didn't get to watch it, man. Like, I want you to do it in the order. So obviously, yeah, you ain't watching it until we've watched all the quarters. But
yeah, man.
damn.
But you can just give me all of your wonderful insight that you have. Obviously, well written down and well organized.
This is why we're watching battles, because I'm terrible at remembering stuff. I don't do that sort of stuff. But talking of insight, I think that's the perfect time to bring on somebody who's joined the stream for us today. So welcome, London Jen. What's up?
Hey,
What's up?
Hello.
Thanks so much
just
for coming on.
Introduce yourself to Tom. Obviously, he's a bit of a newbie. You don't really know.
Hi, Tom. Nice to meet you live here. I popped a message in the group just before we went on. I don't know if you caught it. And then literally, I think I came in as the countdown was coming on. I didn't even have my lipstick on. I was like, please don't bring me on before I fix this, because it's half hanging off. I was eating 2 Belgian buns. Confession. So I don't know. I can give you insight into Belgian buns over cinnamon buns, Chelsea buns. Do we like them? Where do we feel?
Let's get stuck in.
Yeah. And thank you so much for asking me on. You've asked me on a couple of times, and it just has never worked with me for time. And I always feel so bad, because I love this whole concept. I think from the beginning, I told you I like what you're doing here. I think it's a really useful platform for people who are new to the culture, because when you come in, everything is just like, who, what,
it's so
that
deep.
Was cool, but what, what's so
yeah,
this is such a great thing. So anything I can do to support, I'm glad to finally be here.
Oh, no, thank you.
I was honestly, my mind's been blown. I had no idea that it was on the cards, because obviously it's never aligned. And then I just saw you appear with the countdown going. I was like, oh my god, wait, where's my
because Tom
needs to take this seriously.
This is great. I love this. Absolutely. Let's just get stuck in. Introduce ourselves literally here live on stage, having never spoken live on stage. Listen to me, I'm so dramatic.
It is a stage technically, I guess.
It's so dramatic.
I
love the drama. I live for it.
Okay, great. Well, let's get into it then, I guess.
Let's get into it.
Jen, do you just want to let Tom know what your kind of role is in battle rap? Because I would definitely say you have a role.
God, I've got a role, have I? Okay, I'm London Jen, or one word, 3 N's on my Jen. You can follow me on YouTube, on the socials. Same word. Salute the Wiretap. Big up Trubs. Follow him too, and follow Pick Your Battles if you're not already subscribed. Following on the socials.
We never say this.
We just never ask.
We never say it. It's just something that I'm rubbish at.
If you're here in the stream now, hit the like, hit the subscribe, share, push Pick Your Battles up in the algorithm. This is a great platform. It's difficult when you first start. Me, I started about a year ago, kind of just got into the scene because I loved it, wanted to contribute, thought I could, because I came from a similar perspective. I was also what you might call a new fan. I'm only sort of 3 years into actually watching, a year into being involved. So I'm still there's a whole lot that I wasn't here for. Just got straight into it. Now, I talk battle rap. I do interviews, recaps, predictions. I've got a couple of shows that I co-host. Just did Sunday Roast last night with Rivers, battle rapper from over here. He was on the Anarchy tournament as well. He's got battles over there. at Prem. Give to the Gab. He's also coming up on No Leash Chat. He's got Mook on the Crazy Era versus Era card. I also do a show with called Tea and Crumpets with Paris and Jay. Big names in the battle rap scene. We just did one yesterday. And then I also do a caffeine show with Diada Hennyman and Will Smith battle rap trap called Verified Source, Monday to Thursdays, 5 p.m. UK time on caffeine. That was a big plug. But that's who I am. That's what I do. If you want to know what I do.
One question. Do you sleep? That is so much. That's incredible.
I do, but I kind of keep very late hours. I do sleep. I actually get good sleep. Like I'm good, like 7 hour a day sleeper. Like I'm not one of these I'll sleep when I die. No, I'm dead when I die. I'll sleep tonight. Thank you very much. And hopefully die at some distant point in the future in a comfortable situation.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I guess that's kind of the benefit of like sort of doing what you love, I guess. Like you can sort of, you almost forget to, you kind of forget how much, you forget how much time you're dedicating to it.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is.
Big man for us. How you doing?
What were you saying?
What's up, man?
Yes, Jen. What's happening, boys? You right, yeah?
Yeah, we're good, man. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm very good, man. Very good, very good.
Can I smoke? Is that okay? I'm a guest here. I never ask this, and I always just think I'm so rude. I never ask. Can I smoke on stream? Is it?
Oh
bad?
yeah. No,
it's all good.
That's
it's
fine. We're way too small to care about that right now. Maybe when we've got a few more subscribers, then we might start putting rules up. But
okay, good. I'm still allowed in then.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
Briggsy in the chat as well. What's up?
Love Briggsy.
Has everybody seen Cooper as well? I'm trying to push this guy. He done wow good. Being a newbie coming in on that academy stream.
Which one was he now?
Yeah, there were so many.
He was the one. I can't even remember who he went against because he was.
The name is familiar.
On him.
What would be memorable from his performance?
London Jen cracking up the notes.
I know I've got the notes.
I don't remember bars.
Is he the one who had a book or something? Did he have a book or something?
The Bible and the rhyme and dictionary was that.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was good.
He was
just want to make sure we're saying his name a few times. He's doing well, definitely.
Okay, so definitely one to look out for then in the next round.
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm loving all like the sort of tournament vibe things that are like about at the minute. I'm liking it.
I'll be honest, as a battler, tournaments are long. Like you honestly, you start off with the greatest intentions, and then you get like the first battle through, or even the first battle, you get paired up with someone. You just think, why did I sign up for this? But as a fan, though, it leads to battles that you would have never seen before. Like, I mean, Bizzo Bobby, and they're going to go hell for leather as well. It's 2.5 bags on the line. They're going to go for it. And you'd have never seen that battle under those circumstances without a tournament. Yeah, you can't be picky with a tournament, Like, if I want to see you battle, I have to watch whoever else is in the tournament still, regardless if I want to. And also, it's a real test. It's a real test of who you are as a battler as well. Like, to be able, whoever it is, I'm gonna beat them. I mean, it does get to that. I'm sure there's been a couple of guys. I'm sure Aker said it after his battle. Like, it was a real struggle to have to write for the battle on the weekend. Like, what do you say? And then you get to that. So then it is a test of your skill. Yeah, because we were saying like you can't fuck about with how much time you have, like, because they're on it. Like, it has to be fair. Otherwise, what's the point in having judges? So like you have to be so clinical, I think, and that must be hard. As a performer, that must be tough, cutting stuff out.
Speaking of judges, obviously, Jen, you've been a judge of the Anarchy tournament. I think every round you've judged, haven't you? I
didn't judge the first round, but I did judge the last two.
What's it like?
Oh, fucking hell.
Like,
can I swear?
I
swear. I'm just terrible. I'm bad.
London Jen, just full chaos.
Chaos. Let me say to Cooper, shout out to you. I said, nice performance. I can't remember if this was your bars, a little too much math. I can't remember you had too much math in there. So I think I wrote down a little too much math, going to rebuttal what I think he's going to say. I think that was something that you did. And I said creative, and I've written personality in capital letters and underlined it twice. So I can't necessarily remember exactly who you are right now, but at the time, that's exactly what I said. So shout out to you, Cooper.
Personality is on point.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was, but
that's it. There were so many. Like, look, like that's the whole thing, and there were so many of you. But you know, personality. The fact that that's shown. Go on, Tom. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's it. Like, and that's what comes with time. Like, name recognition comes with time. You know what I mean? And like, he obviously has that presence, and just got to stick around now.
And creative, I wrote as well.
First ever like step into battling as well. Like, he's been a fan and stuff. He said, but it is
to show your personality and be creative in your first battle.
Yeah,
a video battle.
And he didn't know anything. He didn't know anything about his opponent either. Like,
crazy.
That's what I thought was the most like.
It's crazy.
I guess he had to be creative because of that.
Yeah,
it was really, really good.
Yeah.
It was very major concern-esque. Sorry.
But yeah, as a judge, can I just say, like, it's difficult. Like, it isn't easy. Like, especially if you take it seriously. I take it seriously. I take everything seriously. Maybe a little too seriously sometimes. As you can see, like I can find my notes. So, you know, that's how seriously I take this shit.
The way to be.
But yeah, it's hard. And like, so shout out to Frost, that battle yesterday, Sam hyped. It's battles like that. Georgie and Bobby Rex mentioned that earlier. Like, when there's the super close battles, when they're debatable, when it goes down to the line, it's not easy to say this is what I think when you know a lot of people are going to disagree with you. I think the important thing for me as a judge, I guess some people think differently, is to be able to. My opinion is not going to. I can't please everyone with my opinion. Either as the battler, I can't please necessarily the battlers. I can't please all the supporters who think different from me. So I just try and do right by what I'm asked to do and judge. Judge. It's my opinion, but this is what I think, and this is why I can justify. So it's difficult, but because I enjoy it and I take it seriously, it's kind of, there's a weird little pleasure that comes with doing it well.
Yeah, like picking through and being like really getting down to the bone of it, like.
Kind of just for the battlers, because I feel like they put, especially things like this, when there's something on the line, like Tom was talking about how difficult Frost was talking about how difficult a tournament is. And when, you know, you put so much into it, you deserve someone to take your art and your piece seriously. Like, what you've done, your effort, that should be taken seriously. And for me, it's always an honor to be asked, and so I do take it seriously. But it's difficult, man. It's not easy. And I can tell you this because I haven't had any real hate yet. Maybe if I start getting hate, then
you do a good job. You do a good job and you back up your reasons, and that's the most you can ask for a judge. If you've got an opinion I don't agree with, at least if you can back it up and say, right, well, this is how I see it. Cool. I can. That's your opinion. That's how battle rap is. And
especially when it comes down to creative differences, you know, when it's like it's your style that clinched it sort of thing. Like, as long as you can back it up.
Angry man poems or anything like that. It's just not happening. Like, nobody should catch feelings about battle rap unless somebody goes too far, which, to be fair, looked like that's where it was heading on Saturday as well.
But that's the problem, Danny, with passion. Like, if you want rappers to be really passionate about what they're doing, because that's how people do their best. But the hard side of that is sometimes people get upset about angry man poems.
And as well, I mean, it's still a competition, man. It's still like head to head. Do you know what I mean? And there is some
it's stakes.
There is some form of animosity. Like, I want to win. I'm not going in there to lose. And then anything. You have a passion behind it. You have you back what you say, and so there is some line of like it can be that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know like it's angry man, but as well it is still competition. We are still going at it. I mean, you see from a battle like that on the weekend as well. Like, you can really take it to some places, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
Angry Man poems is one thing when you're talking about, you know, Bizzo's beard or him flexing in the gym, but when you're talking about you beat up your brother because he was gay and now he's dead, and you know you're a fucking cokehead, like it's two different levels of sort of what you have to absorb when you are already in an incredibly passionate and competitive space. So and your, you know, aggression on as well. That's I guess where professionalism and experience really has to kick in and counteract.
There's also like an element of like game playing as well, like something that I've seen Shuffle T do, obviously I don't have a lot of experience in it, is like really well undercut his opponent almost. So like if somebody comes in with a really like harsh energy, he can just go straight into like a bar about like the shirt he chose, and it'll just make him look daft. And I think there is
neutralize,
there is
like
something about like
chocky wocky. That's it's a great deflection of any aggression that he can bring. Like chocky wocky, brilliant.
Because it stops them controlling the space, like because that's what they want to do when they talk about these personal things. They want to get them on the defensive. Whereas like if you can play the situation and you know the style, you can take that away from them. But like you say, there is an element of professionalism. Like everyone has to know what we're doing here. Like, like what are we doing here?
Just before we dive any deeper into the semis, obviously, I was saying before we're going to focus on the quarterfinals, so we're going to have to take our minds back.
Oh
a
yeah,
bit,
sorry.
Guys. So we're obviously going to talk about Briggsy versus Acre today. Jen, did you judge this one? This must have been right. This
I did,
yeah. Wow. I mean, we'll see what it says at the end, because obviously Tom hasn't watched the judge's decision or anyone's reaction.
Oh shit! Am I gonna have to watch myself?
Oh no, we won't watch the judges.
Okay,
we're gonna do it then now.
If you have any notes about what you said judging, we'll pause it before your bit. You can say it, and then we'll just skip it. You can do it live again.
Okay.
I'm only playing. The skills for that, but we'll see. But I just sent Visual the link to this as well, so I'm just gonna. He's gonna jump on in a minute, so that's cool. We'll get the battle up and loaded and that. But yeah, I was really looking forward to this battle. Tom obviously knows the outcome. He knows it's been kind of hard to keep the actual results away from him.
Shout out to Briggsy.
Talk about it. But yeah, it was a shame, this battle. It was. Oh
my goodness! I summoned him.
The devil himself.
I summoned him.
Yeah.
Hello. What just happened? How are you doing, man?
Going up.
That was so strange.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
What is that? You good?
Yeah, not too bad. How's everyone doing? You all right?
Yes, man.
Hey, Briggsy.
Oh, somebody
All
else
good, man.
joined
All
in
good.
for a
Thank
second. How you doing, man?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
Yeah, Visual, what's up?
Hey,
oh my goodness. How's everyone doing?
That was a party.
Just quickly, Tom, this is Visual. You've met everybody else, obviously, but Visual, do you just want to quickly give yourself a bit of an introduction to Tom? He's a new fans battle rap. Yeah,
man. I'm the best battle rapper Ireland's ever seen. We'll see.
Where's my pen?
Champion in about a year's time.
All right, cool.
Shit.
What's the date? I'm gonna make a note of this. It's good to meet you, man.
Good to meet you, bro.
Awesome. Cool. So we're here to watch Briggsy get bodied. So should we just get into...
Unfortunately, Rick.
I'm only kidding. It don't look that bad on the edit. Did you edit it yourself?
If not, why weren't
you? I wanted you to win, really. I did.
Yeah, man. I'm gutted.
I wanted it for your kids, man. You said you was going to take them on holiday.
Mate.
That's who deserves to win.
You were our ticket to the top, man.
Mate, I just felt like I wasn't the one people wanted to win. That's all it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Then they weren't listening to me.
It's cool.
We'll see.
Well, to be fair, I've not watched it yet, so I'll hold my judgment. But I am gutted to see
context on this battle. There was a bit of this was the first battle of the event, wasn't it?
Yeah. Very first battle,
And
yeah.
there was a massive technical glitch just before you were going on to battle, right?
Yeah, well, me and Aker wasn't even meant to go first. His train got cancelled and had to jump on a different train, so his travel was all messed up. So he was a bit tired, so I just said, look, let's get it out of the way. And then, yeah, second we pressed go live, there was a power outage.
Jesus.
So it knocked everything off. So, yeah, Ed was bad, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Just,
yeah, you know.
It's only happened once in 4 events, so.
That's what happens, isn't it, man? When you try and do something nice.
I know, right before you battle. But, yeah, I did turn around as well. I was like, "Yo, let's push my battle back later because I need to keep an eye on this."
Yeah,
then,
need to stand by the plugs.
The guy who runs the production was like, "Oh, and all the graphics are set up," and I was like, "Fucking hell!" Right, well then. I'm playing the graphics.
Yeah, I think it would have been obviously, it would have been a different story if it was later on in the day. I think
it was a different story. It was a robbery. Damn, that's all it was.
An absolute robbery. Well, let's watch the robbery. Let's get into it.
Let's watch it. Let's watch the evidence.
Tom, we get to see what you think as well. All right.
Yo, Premier Battles, it's the Anarchy Tournament quarterfinals, live on the King of the Dark Twitch. Everybody in the place, make a little bit of noise for the My name is Shotty Horror. This is the quarterfinal between.
Oh yeah, I just want to point out, right? So obviously there was meant to be this special battle on this event as well. And you've got Zen up there. I can't remember who else was there that I clocked. And then what was the battle in the end?
Yannick versus Enigma.
What was your guess, Danny, that you said to me who it was going to be?
I thought it was going to be Quilling someone. He always seems to be that guy that comes in when there's the dropout.
I was so convinced it was going to be Soul.
Really?
Now we do try. The thing is with these short last minute things is to book Quill and Unanimous is going to cost £600-700 all in, fees, accommodation. So why would I waste that on a one rounder when what people don't realize, we don't make money from Twitch. These events cost us money.
Yeah.
So
it's an investment.
Yeah, we can't sell tickets. So whatever money we put into these events are essentially dead. But it's all about pushing the brand further.
Talking of that, isn't there a pay-per-view out right now with the stream from last night?
Hey,
tell you're a professional, Jen. There is a pay-per-view. Every penny counts. Frost's train skinted the company, so I mean,
see, look, I had it queued up already. I was ready for it.
There
we go.
Even more professional, Danny.
Danny, we're getting there, man. We're doing it. Hey, look at us. Look at us.
Oh yeah. So, Tom, who's the guy in the middle?
Oh, don't do this to me, man.
Tom always calls him the referee.
I does. He's the referee. He's the referee. What else is he there for?
Didn't Tom say he was lazy?
The clock man.
The clock man. The timer.
The timer. Is that the official term?
I'll let him introduce himself. Rapper on my right. Introduce yourself.
Bison Briggs, Premier Battles. Sorry about technical issues. It's been a bit of a nightmare.
Let's go, Briggs!
I'll make up for that now. Let's get it.
Introduce yourself.
It's Akar, aka Iron Suleiman, aka Muslim Shady.
Love that.
Let's get to
Just decide who's going first. Sorry, so round one on Briggs. Everyone hold it down for the rappers.
See, I hate battle rappers like you. Forum famous. Fully orchestrated by a fan poll and the path they choose. Their only attribute is a lack of views on forum nerds like, that's the dude, but ain't funny how all that online love can never match the room. It's like the gas produced from the thumbs up and reacts they use results with a head in the cloud. Like bleeding gums when Lisa has the sax to use, yet they clap to you. But the reality is your forum posts get more engagement than your battles do. That's the truth. It's like your power results in social footage like the evidence that Agent Sax produced, but Acor is going to choke again.
He fucking didn't.
No one really cares for him. You're seen before the battle, scared to move, but online he's hilarious. All memes and jokes, and that's what keeps him bearable. Ain't funny how the man known for making memes can't make his own image shareable. So fuck it. Make me laugh. Make me happy that you take the win. Because as a league owner and what this tournament represents, that's all I expect of him. To be a brand representative, flying the flag for the next UK guy to come next to him. But at the moment, Aiko, I couldn't trust to put you on a flight to Canada and you not come back to England being a death of this. Get in the bin, you dick.
Let's go.
Yes, Breezy.
Solid first.
How do you write notes?
I fucked
that
up
was
that round,
quick.
by the way.
What do you mean you fucked up the round? How?
So at the end, the last 4 bars and that were from my second.
Oh shit!
And that's where the stumbles came in.
So that's where
second.
obviously no one noticed it was a fuck up, but I had another 8-bar scheme that I never even got to use because it was at the end of that. But for some reason, I went into the end of my second, but no one noticed. I didn't really notice until I got to like the last 2 bars. I was like, this isn't the right round. But yeah, just played it off.
Yeah, didn't notice.
Yeah.
Because once you start, there's not a whole lot you can really do once you're like a couple of beats in. Like you have to kind of finish the thing or take the check. Jesus, man, there was a lot.
It's the rematch we've all had to wait for. Me versus Jay Short. Fucking hell, Jay, let yourself go, man levels. But this is a Bison Briggs battle. Who's ready for chode man levels? Wow. You launched a premier clothing line at a pace that disturbs me. Or boo-hoo, man won't be taking up space on the subway because, mate, you are ugly. Maybe if you had Shorty do it, he'd actually make you some money. You're supposed to be selling the drip, not have one as the face of the company who let the special brew rapper think he was Derek Zoolander. No respect on. See, they were happy to get the look, but didn't give a fuck you took a left turn. Those fat clothes look like a costume, costing you a fortune. The camera adds £10. The customer knows not to. See, you talk about gun bars and drug bars. Now you're on the stage so you can perform too. Now he's got himself a platform 9 3/4. Magic, he's getting walked through. Pudgy Briggsy. Favourite number is pi, because it never ends. That's not a fat joke I'm using this time. It's whenever he sees a string of digits so huge it's divine, like the 38, the 357, the 22, and the 9. When he climbs off the yellow pages for a quick read, he fucking loses his mind. When Briggs goes blade to neck, it's with the same razor head that women use to shave their legs. When have you ever handled a loaded weapon that could leave your face a mess? If you mention super soakers, air guns, or laser quest, I will literally fucking tase your head. The nerve of this guy, saying that he's quick with the eagle, or he banging the hawk. You know he do little in his bars with that animal talk.
Briggsy, do you watch this? Do you watch this and think, where was all that smoke last night? Like, why did you have so much smoke for me? You were so funny. Like, do you watch this and think,
where the fuck was this guy?
Yeah, like, well, not last night, but what was it? Saturday, whatever night that was.
Yeah. Like, I said it on the night. The second he did it in his first round, I was like, where the fuck did that go? Because he's choked every battle, and I'm the only one that's ever called it out. And then I had a stumble, and he fucking didn't choke once.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's fuck.
That's tough, man.
He was good in the first round, He was good. The only thing from my perspective was like, I've heard a lot of it before. The yellow pages stuff and the small man levels. I've heard all that. Obviously,
a lot of it didn't quite land with me, but it was all good.
Yeah. The Doolander bar was all right. The
Zoolander was
animals talking. I've heard all that before. Like,
whereas your angle is so original, because you're the league owner. How often? I think I said this in the judging. How often do you get to come from that perspective and say, I'm paying you to be here, type thing?
Yeah, you're like coming in as like the puppet master, man. Like,
what I will say about him, because I was like, when I watched him against Joker, he was a nervous wreck, and in his first round, I was like, all right, he's gassed up for this. But he told me at the end of the battle, like, because I was trolling him in the daytime, because I've never lost to someone from Scotland. So I was in the forum going like, I'm the king of Scotland and all this shit. It pissed him off. So yeah, he was fired up for it. But he was all right. It was good. It was good. It was a good battle.
So I personally, I had you taking the first.
I definitely had you taking the first. You taking the first?
Yeah, I definitely had you on the first.
See, to be honest though, right? Like Acre, after the Jay Short battle that he did, I had Acre as one of the favorites for the tournament. But seeing him in every battle since it, I don't think he sort of reached that same level. Like, see when he was saying like, take the heart of a child just so you can fucking act like one and shit. Like, that was incredible, and I don't think he sort of reached that same level yet.
Yeah, so
I think
it's the material that you have available as well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Exactly that. Yeah, he needs an angle to write, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he was saying that about Bizzo. I think a lot of the stuff he said to Bizzo was the stuff I was saying to him before the battle. Like, for me, Acre was impossible to write for because there's nothing about the guy.
How long has Acre been like on the scene? Like
not
battling?
A couple of years, but he's like, no one knew his real name. No one knew what he did for a living. He's got no Facebook really, apart from fake pictures. Like, he's a ghost. Like, I say it in the battle, like, he books his own travel and accommodation so we don't find out what his name is and stuff like that. Like, that's how
weird, man. That's weird. That's serial killer vibes. Like, when you understand what, obviously I won't say, but when you understand what he does for a living, you understand sort of why he does it.
This man is James Bond. this man is 007, and he can't let people know. So he's like, "Oh, what can I do in my spare time? Oh, I'll do battle rap
on camera on YouTube for thousands.
Yeah. If you see a red dot appear on me, just let me know.
No, but wouldn't that be great deep cover?
Yeah,
to be a battle rapper, like. That would be great deep cover. How many spies are there in battle rap?
We've cracked it. We've cracked it. So I almost like get the feeling that like I don't know what he's like about, if that makes sense. That might be too deep for what it is. But like, I don't know. I kind of want to see more of him just to kind of like get a proper feel of like what he's about.
No, a lot of battle rappers like that. I think that's what Bizzo struggled with for a while. Like, he could always write and rap, but who was it? And a lot of people like Bobby Rex, straight away, you know who they are the second you see them the first time. Frost is another great example. Like, the characters, you buy into who they are because that's what they're portraying. Whereas, I've said it for years, you can be the best writer in the game, but if you've got no personality, nobody cares. And some of the best writers, like, it took Soul 4 or 5 years to catch on. Frankie Fraser, the same. Like, you've got to... It takes a while to mold into who you are and what your image is. Like, a lot of guys in Prem and all the other leagues, like, who do all the, the gun bars and all that shit, a lot of them don't live that, but they know that's what sells with their projection and their personality.
Yeah.
So they run with it.
And I'm sure that we forgive, like, O'Shea, many sins in, like sloppy writing every now and again, but it's not about that. It's about the energy he brings.
But the thing is, you don't go to
that's
watch
how
O'Shea.
He wins.
Yeah, you don't go watch an O'Shea battle for bars. You go to be entertained, and that, whether O'Shea's drunk and fucked up, like, he
holds the room. He holds the room.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah, like it's so hard to beat someone like that because it's like you can't out rap them. Because even if you do, they could still win. They could still just make you look like a prick for trying so hard. Like, how do you beat that?
Tom, you're doing nothing for my press there, mate.
I know. I'm going to start writing this down.
We'll know exactly who Acre is by the end of the night. Don't worry, we've got Chris on it. He's all good. He'll be found. But should we quickly get into
the second round? Shut down.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it that Briggsy won the first round, I think. So that's what we're going with. As collective, everyone's free. Cool.
Toilet breaks.
We're gonna move on. Round 2.
See, Acre is a no one. He's built his branding right and so well from fake names, no profile pictures. He even booked his own hotels just so we know nothing about him. And I guess at times that could go well. He's cyber protected. Funny, he's about to become a ghost in his own shell because look all around him. There's nothing about him. It's dead space. You can try all these tactical moves till it's checkmate. See, a set pace. I came for war. This Demi Moore with a head shave. This Demi Moore with a head shave. You can try try all that tactical shit till it's checkmate. See, dead space. I came for war. It's Demi Moore with a head shaved. You try hard to hide who you really are, Darth Maul, because what he keeps under that hood, leaving red face, because we know about you, Cameron Pasha. Oh, you didn't think I'd find out who you is? Who knew it. He tried all these years to remain anonymous. Now you blew it, because now you're just an anyone. See, I can turn to the crowd, leave my background to him. His whole life's a PNG. There's no background to him. What glass house you in? Because we know about you, Cameron, more than you can fear. Now the tournament is here. He almost backed out the moment it was clear, because I heard you got a bad back, bro, and that's what struggles with your career. I'm not surprised you've got a bad back, Cameron. He's carried his insecurities for years. Fuck off.
Dog.
Oh, that fuck off. Oh, that was so painful.
Because that's where the last 4 bars were meant to come in.
Yeah, that was tough.
See, when you turn around and you said his name, like, there's so much fucking venom in your voice. I expected him to have some sort of reaction. Dead face.
Poker face.
You can't really see because of the lighting, but he was fucking fuming.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was right in his face, and Aiko, what he does when you battle him, he stares at the ground, but he was just staring at me. You know, when someone's
waiting to take a bite out, yeah.
But I think that's what kicked him up a gear as well, because he was like, he said to me after the battle, he was like, how did you find out all that information, my name and stuff? And I was like, bro, I found out well more than that, but I'm just not a personal battle rapper. Like, I'll say your name. Yeah, you could tell he was upset by it.
Sick.
But no, yeah, that was it was a shame to see that, man. It, like, you can see like how much he wanted to win. You can definitely see how much it meant to you. It's awful.
Yeah, and like
you was trying to say something a second ago. Go ahead, Tom. Shut up, man. Jen, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I'm so absorbed listening. What did you ask me something? I didn't think you did.
No, just when I paused it, everyone went to start talking, but you did as well. I just
oh no, it was just like literally I'm reliving that moment, because as well, like I'm watching this thinking, oh, like I don't want Briggsy to die up there and choke, but also like I don't want to have to judge Briggsy choking, and like that fuck is so like it was so like, I felt that in my soul, like, and as he's choking, he's like no, like and I'm just like, oh, get it together. Like, it was just like, I'm literally just triggered kind of watching it. So I don't know how Briggsy feels watching it. Like,
as a
I can't
performer,
imagine.
Yeah, as a performer, seeing that is tough. But before and after, man, like, how did you, because obviously the recovery was a process. What was going through your mind as you were like trying to get your momentum?
I was so prepped for this battle. Like, I knew, you know, Viz and Frost will tell you the same thing. When you prep for a battle, you can know it word for word, and the second you get in that pit, one thing will just throw you off. But even then, when I was listening, my mind automatically kicked into the next line that I joked on. Like, my mind knows the bars, you know what I mean? The second, like I say, the second I realised the fucked up in me first, as soon as the second round started, I knew the 8 bars that I'd just lost out. But it's just a weird, it's one of them days, like, I could have done this battle 10 minutes later and got it out clean, 3 rounds perfectly. I could have done it straight after, but yeah, it was just. What I will say though is when you do it on the day, a choke. I mean, I won't call it a choke; it's more than a stumble. But a stumble feels like 5 years, where it's like half a second. It's fucking horrendous.
It's like it's like the carp again pulled out from under you, and it like that moment just feels like it goes on forever. But once you did start get going, it was. But you can't ignore it. You just can't.
Yeah.
It's these small.
Honestly, you know, Briggsy, you did get avenged. And welcome, Bizzo. What's up, man?
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything.
Oh no.
Maybe take your earphones out, Shagger. Oh, he can't hear, can he?
I'll put it in a little chat.
That's a bit dumb.
Yeah, there is a chat.
He's had a nightmare there, hasn't he?
Can you hear us now?
Oh, he's off. He's off. He tried his best.
Yeah, what I will say as well, though, like these small rooms. I mean, I love battling in a small room because I feel like you get to actually, it's an actual battle. But what you do miss is like when you've got a full crowd, then you say a bar that pops. Yeah, people don't realize that gives you a second to recalculate your position. Right, next 4 bar that went off, so I need to hit hard again with this next 4. Like it gives you that
catch a breath. I can reset.
Because you can gauge the room better as well. Like the weird thing with this is because I've been battling for 10 years, I'd say a punchline that I know would go all the fuck off in a room, but it doesn't, and your mind is like making its own crowd reaction. It's weird.
Yeah, you
like,
were
in my head, everyone's going like, and then you turn around and everyone's like that.
Yeah.
Like,
You'd expect that you do it for so many years that it becomes like muscle memory to almost sort of
expect it.
Like I'll write a bar now and go, I know that is going to go off in a crowd, and every bar I've ever wrote has done that. Obviously, you'll get the odd one where it might not get as much as you thought, but then you'll get a random one that fucking blows the room up, and you're like, that was a killer. I've done that for you. That throws you off worse than anything. That's why rap used to always say rap to go in, let me rap, because that wasn't his punchline. And everyone's like swinging off rafters and stuff like that.
Start from the beginning again. It feels long, innit?
Oh, when you got to rap the same 24 bar scheme.
That's a rough go.
Say it again, and you're like, nah, don't.
Yeah,
don't.
And then you get to the bit you choked on, and it's like, oh fuck, here it comes. Here it is.
Bro, I've seen people go to say it again and choked on the say it again.
I would. I know I would. I would overthink it. I'd just be in a loop at that point. Someone would have to come and put 50p
Can you hear
in
us
me.
now, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you all.
Yeah, you hear.
Here he is.
Absolute top
How are you doing, Ewan?
Congratulations.
All right, lad. Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Finalist.
You know it.
Yeah, facts.
3 rounds away.
Yes.
I'll let you know.
No, I know the
yeah, well done.
I'm following the results. It's just the actual battle raps I'm not watching until they come out, so we can watch them on here. But congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Can't wait.
Thank you.
Can't wait for the final. Hopefully going to watch it live. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, Briggs, what's happening with that?
What, the final?
Is it going to be fans
you
put
there?
out
a little post, didn't you, saying that you might put out like a few tickets?
I might do a little 30.
How many tickets?
Obviously, yous have all been in the room for him. Like, there's not much space because of all the gear. People don't realise how much equipment we have for these events. But I do want a crowd, not a big crowd. I just want an atmosphere.
You should do like some VIP tickets, you know, like for like 10, 20
Yeah, I'm
people.
thinking I might put like 30 tickets on sale. I do want all the judges in the building as well. Just so like they get a feel of, because Bizzo, you was there, Bobby Rex and Georgie Roots in the room was fucking not only tense, but it was just insane. Like,
bro, that battle was an emotional roller coaster. It was fucking, it was mental. Like, to be that close to it, it was fucking mad. It was.
Bro, I had to tell one of the camera guys to take the camera off George's girlfriend because she was crying.
Yeah,
like that's how brutal it was getting.
I knew that was a good battle because my fiance, she doesn't normally pay attention to any battles, but it caught her attention.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, she just overheard it.
That's where the good stuff is.
Bobby looked like he just done 12 rounds. Like, he looked exhausted.
Yeah.
Like, he really looked exhausted.
Bro, Bobby in the room before them battles, he was walking around like a UFC fighter. He had fucking he had headphones on with like heavy metal, full fucking blast going through the headphones.
He's a warrior.
He was just looking at everyone like he's going to spark him out if they carry on staring at him. It was fucking mad.
Bizzo, you got to stand in front of that.
I know. I'm looking forward to it.
Talk, Bizzo.
Big Bizzo.
Love it. Delicious.
It's going to be sick. That. Look, I actually am excited for that battle.
Get yourself hyped up.
I can't wait for Tom to see the rest of the quarters, obviously, but that semis was that was something different. Both battles, I think, obviously you stood out more in your battle, Bizzo, but I think Acre's still done well. It was a bit of a shame on this part. But yeah, let's get back into this battle anyway, because I keep saying we're not going to talk about it, and then I talk about the most of the other battles. So let's get back into this battle. This is Acre's second, I think. Am I right?
Yeah.
It is.
Cool.
See, I always wonder what kind of ego swimming around your head. Barely makes forum announcements yet. Your modelling career ain't the only way you get crowned in threads, because you need to be taken down a peg. Case in point, you have your friend Mike judge battles he doesn't even stay in the venue for. Still picks your team over everyone else. You set up you versus O'Shea as a headliner. Like, that'll definitely sell. This is the third Premier tournament that you've entered yourself. You made Rivers your league champion, then went against him for the belt. Fucking hell, you signed us up. $2.5 grand, but this kind of stuff doesn't happen elsewhere. Justice League, and as if it wasn't shite enough, you're still giving us a Snyder cut even if you offer twice as much. On that Anarchy topic, just like a modelling, this is all just a vanity project. Bishop takes that mirror down because you won't stop battling on it. It's like, oh, in order to get a win, it needs to be a clean body. No, what you don't, you ginger rat fuck. You set the standard by picking 4 judges that are your buddies. I'm not friends with these bastards. I'm not high-fiving Quilla at the end of a battle as you both put on the kettle after. And you don't know how stingy these cunts can be when it comes to their Netflix passwords. But you know what rhymed with Bison Briggs? This fight's a fix. Oh, but I'm talking shit in it. You can't say Bison without bias, especially if you let him spit it. Can't even spell out the name Briggs without putting the rig in it. Versus Mackenzie, you were all bagging and tagging, but St. Andrews, no sweat's a lie. Not even the royal family is backing. You hang about Raptor and Rex, yet you're the dinosaur that's lacking in talent. So what's giving this fossil fuel? It clearly isn't natural gassing. Could you remember the King of the Dot Grand Prix? Bias judges and the fan reaction will have the boiled drills like oil spill. If that was a pit, they should have saved fracking, but you really want to write this bad, then I'm a disaster waiting to happen.
Tame.
Bro.
You know what? Yeah.
Do you know
If
like that,
without that
last
stumble,
round there,
Briggs got that wrong.
Yeah. Do you know, I was literally going to say that he went with the angle of it being a fix, which everyone's going to expect them to do against Briggsy. Obviously, he's part of the company.
Easy shot.
Acre wasn't clean either. Like, he was like stuttering a few times and stuff. He took a little bit of time to get into it, but yeah, I think you kind of beat yourself in this round, Briggsy.
Yeah, there was a there's like what you were saying about like how important the atmosphere is and stuff. I've already forgotten what bar it was because it goes by so quickly. But he sort of said a punchline and there was just a moment of silence. Yeah. But because of how fast paced obviously an event like a battle is, that moment like just kind of takes you out of it. So he's nowhere near perfect, but he's like a solid rapper. Like I really want to see more of him.
He's good, Acre.
He has some solid rapping in there.
My personal like that the rig bar, for example, is really good. The only thing was it was really, really good when Eek said it 3 years ago.
The dinosaur bar was really good, but I imagine that's been said before because all of those that's nothing personal. That's just like a tight, you know, like fuel gassing, like.
Yeah, definitely. That's been said. Like, I mean, the rig bar, especially. I remember people after the event going, "That was part of the battle," and I was like, word for word, Eek said that to me. Like, you can go and watch it. It's still up on Dotbot. But yeah, I
love that. Just calling him out.
I beat myself in that battle. Like, not in that battle, in that round. I'll admit that myself. Like,
that's fucked, man.
It was a pretty strong round from Acre as well, especially so, you know, coming from the momentum of Briggsy sort of just choking in that, and now he comes out just sort of attacking, aggressive, you know, punching back to back. It just sort of it looks a lot harsher, I guess.
He wasn't trying to just like coast. He wasn't trying to coast to the win.
Yeah,
you know
he wasn't.
He kind of could have. He could have took his foot off the gas. And
don't forget, Briggsy just said his government. So he was.
Yeah, of course. There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, extra fuel.
Yeah,
extra fuel.
Going to fight up.
I think I would say Acre's got that round 1-1 going into the third for me.
Definitely.
For these 90-second ones.
What did he say though?
Yeah.
What did he say though?
Well, the thing is, from my perspective, he doesn't really have to say much because your chokes and stumbles are so significant.
That's it.
No, like seriously.
Yeah.
No, like
so
seriously.
hard.
Like if it was just a couple of stumbles, a couple of slip ups, like, and then you do the big fuck at the end, which we all know, like you fucked up big time.
No, I'm not arguing I lost that round. I'm not arguing I lost the round, but like, what did he say to win the round?
Okay, yeah. Well, you didn't need to. He won it by default. Sorry, Briggsy, I love you.
He just carried the momentum.
Certain rounds, it doesn't matter what he said. Like if you've had some stumbles and he's been good, but really hasn't said nothing, there's an argument that you can win that. But when they're that significant, like, I love you, Briggsy. Why'd you let me just shut up and just?
No. Hey, listen, this is why I asked you to be judges.
The next battle. Yeah, that's it, and I think that's more than anything is like. The fact that Briggsy disagrees so much is like, well, he can't have rigged it because otherwise he'd still be in.
You know?
He's obviously not rigged it.
I should have rigged it, shouldn't I?
Should have rigged it.
I told you what it would have taken, Briggsy. I told you all you had to do. 500
You
quid,
would have went
that
against Bizzo on that one, right? If
yeah, I was going to get Bizzo, yeah.
That would have been a good battle, I reckon.
Yeah,
I want to do a series where I do like the face-offs that could have been, or the Anarchy battles, like all between you guys. If you would have won, you could have battled this guy.
We're gonna pick up all the people that get left behind. That's what we're gonna do. Like, as soon as they drop out, we're like, "Hey, man."
Let me just say as well, though, because obviously it's weird. I don't even know why I jumped on this when watching my own battle, but like, big ups to Aiken. I'm not trying to take nothing away from him on this either. Like, this is just my own personal opinion. Like, I went out the tournament fair and square. The judges voted against me, and I went out. Whether I agree with the decision is nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
and it's not like,
yeah, and it's not like the 100-meter sprint where it's like if you're the quickest, you win. Like it's different because it is like subjective a lot of the time.
Of course, I could have arguably gone out in the first round with Mackenzie. Like Mackenzie gave me a better battle than Aker did.
Yeah. Like it's just the nature of the beast, and when you try and do this sort of tournament like style thing with a creative thing, like there's a reason.
It's trying to run an event, run like a whole battle league as well, and get everything in order, having technical issues and everything, and still deciding to go first on the day. That's probably what put it.
Man.
They could go well over time limits in both rounds, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as in Briggsy's defense, because that makes Briggsy's choke look a lot more significant. We must have lost out loads of material because Aker went on for this long. So he must have lost out at half a minute of material.
You should sack the timekeeper. Who was the timekeeper, Briggsy? You should sack him.
Co-founder, I can't.
I actually brought it up to Shotty, and Shotty said,
"Love that."
Because because it was the first battle of the day. He didn't want to look like, because I'd stumbled as well. He didn't want to cut Aker because it would have looked like he was favoured in method.
It would have looked like you were rigging it.
Yeah,
if you just started playing,
you have to overcompensate.
I have to overcompensate. That's why I always say whenever I battle on Prem, I have to make sure I'm clean every battle. This is the only battle I haven't because if I give any sort of reason for it to be a debatable, then it's likely I've lost anyway.
Yeah, people are watching you. You know what I mean? Like when you're in that, it's like the Emperor going into the the Colosseum. Like there's that moment of, well, like is he really doing it?
Of course, yeah.
But I think it's a tough situation to be in, and I respect it.
It's one of them, mate. I can't battle on my league, choke, and then be mad at people who turn up and choke. Like I've got a bit of bar in the event. And I wasn't on this one, so that's why I went home. Packed my bags and fucked off, didn't I?
Unfortunately, I'm honestly heartbroken. I can't.
Tom,
as soon as I saw that choke, I was just like, you son of a bitch. Why did you do that?
In everyone's opinion, does choking around lose you a battle? What do you think?
A choke does.
So what's the difference between just to kind of explain the levels to Tom? What's the difference, Bizzo, between
who's got this
what we just seen from Briggsy and a full-on choke?
For me, a choke is a prolonged period of time where you aren't saying anything, whereas a stumble is like trying to get the bar out and failing to get it out one or two times and then getting it out. But if you stop and it's a prolonged period of silence, I think I take that as a choke. Or
even if you catch it back, even if it is after a long time and you catch it back, that's still a choke.
You've still choked in my opinion. If it's for a prolonged period of time, if you've stopped rapping to try and get it back and then it comes back within a quick period of time, which isn't overly noticeable, then I feel like that's more of a stumble. But a choke is for me a prolonged period of silence where you've clearly forgotten your material and you're trying to remember it desperately.
Yeah, for me, sorry, go ahead, man.
No, man, go for it.
Because obviously I have performed, obviously not like this. I've done some stage stuff. My whole thing is the audience doesn't know what you're gonna say. So for me, it's as soon as the audience realizes that you've fucked up, that's when you've choked. Before that, it's just you got a bit tongue-tied and you're just, working into it. But I think, well, yeah, once there's that moment of, oh man, then I think it's hard to look away from.
On the weekend, it was the last 2 bars I had, and a word that shouldn't have been there. I said, I think I said a bro in the wrong place, and in my head, I'm saying to myself, "Oh, restart it," and then but I'm still saying it. And it's coming out all jumbled up. Do you know what I mean? And it's coming out all jumbled. This is all going on in my head at the time. But it comes out, looks horrible. But do you know, it's. I mean, it really and truly, it's nothing. It was 2 bars. And I should have just left them out. But it is what it is. And
the thing is, when it comes out when it comes out like that, though, like to the person performing it, it comes out and sounds horrible. But to everyone else, they don't really notice. That's the worst thing. Like, you're trying desperately to say this bar and you can't say it right, but no one really gives a shit in the room. But because you've practiced it so religiously, because it's coming out all wrong, it puts so much emphasis on the fact, oh shit, I'm fucking up. And,
as long as you're saying something.
See, I usually agree with the whole, like, if you choke, you lose a round, but Soul choked in his first round against C Major, and he recovered so fucking well that I still give him that round. Like, that was mad.
I've choked and I've never lost a round, so
I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I ever do.
I don't think a choke does lose you the round. I think it's about.
I think so.
It's about the bounce back on it.
Like, it still matters.
Yeah, I think if Danny Meyer's prime example with Real Sick the other day, that was a choke. Like, there was no coming back from that.
Yeah.
If that would have been first couple of bars, say 8 bars in, he'd have done that, return it round, and then come with fucking 16 haymakers back to back, and then his opponent says nothing really. You still can't discount the fucking 34 bars of haymakers he's just had.
Exactly.
But when a battle is so tight, that is a reason to pick that, because then it comes down to right. You know, that's what you lost points on because that happened. But at the same time, you know, that means the battle has to be super, super close for that to happen.
It's weird though, because I think it also does reflect on what your opponent comes with as well. Like, if your opponent has a couple of stumbles and you have a choke, then it isn't going to highlight as much that what you've done, because your opponent's done something similar, if not the same as well. So, like you said, the real sick battle, Real Sick was just clean throughout. So there wasn't any coming back from Danny to win it, even if Danny had 2 really good rounds.
All these things are kind of like case by case basis, aren't they?
It is at the end of the day.
I think the difference between like a stumble and choke is definitely what Bizzo said. It's the forgetting, stumbling, you're tripping over your words. You've misplaced like a couple of bars and you've got them in the wrong order and you're kind of stuttering over your words and that sort of thing. But a choke is clearly you don't know what's coming next, and there's a big, you know, you're not trying to get anything out, or you are because you're trying to recall. But yeah, when it comes down to is it an automatic loss of a round? Those things, like, it depends. It's given all the different examples and case by case.
I don't think it's that easy. I think in the minds of like, if you were to look at it in a sort of, well, chances are that's going to tarnish that round. So like, you are at a disadvantage, no matter how you look at it. If you choke or do anything like that, you're instantly at a You then have to put the work in.
Okay. Do you think it's different because it's a tournament though? So like, because obviously, you know, not just a battle that's happening on an event, it's a tournament, there's money involved, you know, there's a future in battle rap really involved.
Yeah, man.
That's a fair point.
Do you think it's different then, or do you think it's the same?
I think it's material. It has to still come down to who was better on the night. Like, you can't just.
That's what I think.
If someone chokes one round, you can't just automatically give them the loss because it's a tournament, because they might have had 2 complete flawless rounds and then 75% of a great third round or whatever they come on.
Yeah, you can't change the game.
All the material still matters.
Judging's hard, obviously. Judging's down to you. People forget this. When I ask people to judge, it's because I respect their opinion. Whether that opinion is what I agree with doesn't matter. The amount of battles that have happened on Premier Battle where I've been told the winner, Visual and Slester, like when the winner got told to me, I literally went, fuck off. And all the others in the room were like, that's what we've given it to. I can't argue. I've asked them 5 judges because I respect their opinion. well, I might fucking call you every name under the sun for 10 minutes, but I've asked you to do a job. You've done the job I've asked you to do.
Yeah,
it is what it is at the end of the day. And like you say, look at Bobby and Georgia the other day. Sorry to go off topic, but that's going to be debated, and that shows that was a great battle. People are going to be upset Georgia and all. People are upset Bobby would have gone home. Like that's all I want on this. Like as a promoter, I want conversation from my battles. Otherwise, they get 1,000 views and no one cares. The reason two of them have got 50, 60, 70k views is because the comments are still debate. Soul and Ilmac still gets 40 comments a day just debating.
Yeah, you don't want everyone to agree on who won. You know,
you'd rather have as a battler, you'd rather have battles like that as well, where either one could have won. It makes it rewatchable, and it makes like my semi-final could have been
name out.
My semi-final could have been so much better if it was like a little bit more debatable as to who won.
Mate, it's what makes like films where there's like a big bad evil guy, where it's like you want it to be a close fight. You want it to be a close fight right until the very last round where you bust out a haymaker. So then that turns into like a thing, you know?
It's like two boxes.
You don't do it like that though. You don't do it like that at all though. In this tournament, I swear you've had the clearest wins in every round.
Yeah, you're saying this and then like just knocking people out.
Like Mr. Consistent. Jeez.
I can only beat what's in front of me.
So Visual, I think it was you that mentioned his record actually.
Man, this is fucking 7-1 in Prem.
7-1.
That's mad.
Listen, this is the stat you all need to know, right? If I win, I could equal Matt's record of most wins on PB by becoming PB champion. So just bear that in mind.
Written in the stars. There we go.
That's something. Who was it that stopped Matt's streak as well?
What's that?
Who was it that stopped Matt's streak? That was in first season, wasn't it? Yeah, had a real good streak then.
Yeah, so he lost to Soul. He lost to Soul his first ever battle. Then he went nearly 2 years unbeaten and lost to. You know what? I don't even know.
Title match?
Maybe he hasn't.
Was him?
Oh yeah, it was. It was wrapped at Yunnan.
Oh jeez.
Was that his only loss? Yeah. Other than
yeah, because he battled. Who's he beat on the way? So he lost to Soul.
He beat
yeah, then he beat Old English.
And his 5 brothers.
Did I?
Oh, mate, he's beat Old.
Just dropping that in there.
Yeah, no, he went on a fucking serious spree because he had like big cannon in between that. And then he had the title shot with O'Shea, beat O'Shea.
Yeah, didn't he go over to Ireland as well?
Went over to Ireland, yeah, and beat Quaim, was it?
I was going to say, I think it was Quaim. I can't remember now.
I can't remember off me, but yeah, he went like 2 years unbeaten. Then he lost the title match to Yunnan.
It's tough.
Jeez.
It's tough.
Not a bad person to lose.
That's it. The bigger you are, the bigger you are, the harder you fall, and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was. But yeah, let's get into round 3 of this then. See if Briggsy can bring it back.
Do you know how hard it was to write for this?
Oh, this is the funniest round I've ever been in the room, bro. Like, oh.
Do you know what? I've been excited for Tom to watch this round.
But I wanted to say before it started, but to be in the room for this, you'll watch me on the wall. Yeah, it absolutely fucking folds me. It absolutely folds me.
You're the dinosaur that's lacking in talent. So what's given the?
So I'm just trying to catch where we were. Oh, I'll tell you what, Bizzer, your reactions to the Bobby and Georgie battle. Your face was like bright red at one point, where you could just see under your mask. You must be like screw face.
I'm so glad I had a mask on for that battle. So fucking glad I had a mask on.
Spell, if that was a pet that should have saved fracking, but you really want to rig this bad, then I'm a disaster waiting to happen.
Dave.
All right.
Do you know how hard it was to write for this? No lies. You are the most uninspiring mound of shit. This is my tournament. And even I was about to quit. That was until I found out about Cameron and the personal life he lives. See, I'm not surprised you keep it off the net, bro. Because I found out that Cameron is a LARPer. Think role models, foam swords, magic, kings, lizards, and sagas. He spends his weekends talking like, hurry, hurry. Let me sit from his lager, from the elephant tusk he keeps tight to his armor. That's why he's called Aiko. He spends his weekends walking across fields and don't
Maybe he's not James Bond.
The audacity to tell his character it's not real. See, he has a piece of cloth that conceals the lost steel of the gods that he once kneeled, but the reality is, Acre, it's a foam sword that your folks bought, because Acre, it's not real. I'm not here to be harsh, bro. I'm happy you have your hobby. Even if you get up on Saturdays and have little scraps with Dobby. And scraps with Dobby. See, it's all an act. I get the image. I told Aiken it's 4 hours from Glasgow to Manchester. He said, Briggs, I've walked through 5 realms in 3 minutes.
Oh my lord.
He wears it in his guys because he can't fit into work. He can't fit into work. You might be a wizard with the image, but that gift is a curse. Because if I show off, I can kill him with words. When he does it, he goes, "Expectro Patronum," and expect it to work. You fucking muppet.
Tom, did you catch the prop then?
I missed probably most of that, but I loved it.
Lag a little bit.
Yeah, I'm shook now.
Where did you get the one from?
Watch.
That gift is a curse, because if I show off, I can kill him with words. When he does it, he goes, "Expectro Patronum," and expects it to work.
Did you see the wand?
So fuck you.
Oh yeah. He whipped out a wand. How? What? Okay. How much did that cost? Did you already have it before the battle? Like, I need to know, man.
Did you nick it from the kids?
Yeah.
Here's the thought process. Yeah, it's one of my biggest ever regrets. Right. So obviously I've got 2 kids. One of them is madly into Harry Potter. So he had the wand anyway. But I was with Rick Charles, my cameraman, the night before, and I was like, I went through me round, and I said, "Oh," as a joke, I went, "Oh, it'd be funny to pull this wand out because it was on the side." And he went, "You've got to do it." And I went, "No, I've never used a prop. Like, I've used the only prop I ever used was like against soliloquy."
You're the one guy.
Yeah,
you know what makes me laugh more than anything is the fact that you took the piss out about having a fight with a foam sword, and then halfway through your bar went, Mate,
the thing is that the wand lights up at the end, but it didn't work, so it just looked like a plastic wand.
That's blew my mind, mate. You're honestly a dream. You
Rick
really
Charles
are.
was like, "You've got to do it. You've got to do it." And I was like, I'm not doing it. And then it was in
travesty.
It was in the production crate that I take to the events. And when I
made it into the production crate.
Rick planted it
5 seconds before the battle. It was in my back pocket. I was like,
it's a beautiful thing to see, man. Honestly,
it
really is.
Briggs is a scroll and a wand.
Yeah,
Tom, I need to show you another battle with Briggsy. Actually, he genuinely pulls a scroll out and goes out for a fag and everything. Like, it is an amazing battle. It is amazing. I will, if we've got time actually in a second, we'll try to get it up on YouTube, just that round. Just that one round, but we'll see. Let's get through the rest of this.
Did you edit that video, this footage, Briggs?
Yeah.
So did you cut it to the frame where we couldn't really see the wand on purpose?
100%.
I love that.
Yeah,
let's just cut that down a bit.
If you look at the shot, look how tight it is. Like,
yeah, it's like you just see it right at the end. You just see a little wand right at the end of it.
Mate, were you just holding it the entire time?
It was in my back pocket, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
He wasn't turning up like a Quidditch match. Like.
Just imagine you, like, you know the Hey Arthur meme where he's holding the wire. It's just you getting mad holding the wand.
There's a bit in this battle like you can't really see it on the footage, but it's just as I say the LARPing thing. It looks like a stumble, yeah. But what actually happens is because I call him Cameron, he's thinking, and I say I know about your personal life. His face changes to like, fuck, what is he going to say here?
Yeah.
When I say he's a LARPer, I start going off with stuff and I catch a glimpse of him and he just laughs to himself because obviously he's de-stressed because I'm not going to say anything bad. But it just makes me, I laugh to myself halfway through the battle, like no one else is laughing, it's just me.
Mate, I was laughing. I was fucking in bits. I couldn't stand up properly.
Like I say, bro, when I was looking at him, he looked fuming. And then the second they said the LARPing thing, he must have realised straight away, like,
relief.
Not going personally. But his face said it. His face just like blew up.
Yeah, like he's not going nuclear. This is fine.
The funny thing is, bro, I've been LARPing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you've done it, haven't you?
I've done it for the documentary, yeah. Not as like a hobby.
That's, really cool. That's where you got your one from.
We got the collection.
But yeah, man, it was funny. It was a good. I enjoyed doing this round because I don't really do jokes, but I enjoyed doing this one.
I loved
it. Was funny, right?
You start cracking up towards the end of the round. You start pissing yourself laughing. See, when I was watching it live, I was cracking the fuck up when you were laughing at it because I was like, how funny do you need to find this to start like pissing yourself mid round?
this last bit of the round. This last bit of the round is where it just got me. It just fucking
We need.
I'm gonna take it back just a little bit so we can appreciate that bit again.
Five rounds in 3 minutes. Just
cracked me the fuck up.
The accent is like on point. I just
the funniest
there wasn't anything
thing.
bad about that bad. Let's see if I got it right.
I'm not here to be harsh, bro. I'm happy you have your hobby. Even if you get up on Saturdays and have little scraps with Dobby. See, I've scraps with Dobby. See, it's all an act. I get the image. I told Aiken it's 4 hours from Glasgow to Manchester. He said, Bricks, I've walked through 5 rounds in 3 minutes. Forget the gimmick. He wears a disguise because he can't fit into work. You might be a wizard with the image, but that gift is a curse because if I show off, I can kill him with words. When he does it, he goes, Expectro Patronum! And expects it to work, you fucking muppet. So fuck you, your Primark outfit and your rubber sword. But your Scuffy tent, your spell booking, your Dungeons and Dragons board. Fuck your king, fuck your country, and your 7 dwarfs. And if I've said this once, I've said it before. Get in the bin, lad.
Love that. Love that. That's
fuck
class.
You and your rubber sword.
Fuck you and your rubber sword. Oh my!
Said, like, that's a really good round for me. Like that one.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who's gone?
Frost.
Oh, Frost. No. This is honestly the most people that we've had on. The fact that somebody left, that actually took me a second to go through the list.
I'm surprised our internets have kept up with it. To be fair, I'm quite proud of our shit.
It's holding up. I don't want to jinx it.
Jen, what's your thoughts on props?
Props. There's a fine line between sort of making a good joke or a good moment and it being gimmicky. I think sometimes they can work really, really well. I think also like you kind of have to really fully commit to a prop. The worst thing about a prop is when you're half-hearted with it. I think Briggsy definitely committed there, but certain times when you're sort of limp with a prop and you're like, what's going on here? It's a bit, you have to go full force. I think that I didn't mind the one too much there. To be honest, I think it worked, especially it's a humorous round. It's a round you're talking about fucking LARPing, for goodness sake. Like it's not as though you're attacking him with personals and then you pull out a Harry Potter wand. I think it works in that context there for sure.
Yeah. I think it's funny as well though, isn't it? It's because it's not usually my style. Like if O'Shea or Ogmios would have done that, people would have been like, I expect that from them anyway. Yeah. Whereas I've just randomly,
like you just gone deep, like you're just like
2 hard barring rounds, and then you've had a wand in your pocket. The old
you just had a Harry Potter wand on you.
Mate, you should have seen the conversation though. Like when me and Rick were talking about, when I brought it up as a joke, I've still got some of the costume from the documentary, and he was like, "Oh, put that on." Like I've got a full
fucking jousting
Rick ever again.
Yeah, I don't think Rick is your friend.
If it had come out with a cape and a leather armor chest plate on, people took notice.
Yeah, Briggs, wear the medieval princess outfit. Go on, do it. Yeah.
Definitely, it will definitely go down really well. 100%.
I'm gonna host the final and wearing it now.
Just commit, man. Just commit.
You should definitely do like just a little video of your third round though in a field, like 2 acre dressed up. I think that'd be quite fun.
100%.
But yeah, strong round from Briggsy. Let's see what Acre brings back.
Long issues in your music. It's real life shit. With the oxy mask and how you could barely breathe. Now I'm no doctor. But you were fucking tiny. How much air could you need? You said you turn up to Mackenzie's with a mask and a test kit. What? Like he's got a little tank and he checks it. Turns up the gas when he's breathless as he's collapsed in the exit. I mean, where does it get you? Where no one cares or respects you. We've all seen you have 2-1 debatables with the stairs in the venue. He was stuck halfway for 4 hours clutching a takeaway menu. We all just stepped over the fat mess till someone came to his rescue. Like, fuck off me. He's never choked in his life. That's just harsh breathlessness. And it's just hard evidence that his arch nemesis's large sentences. Fucking his sympathy you'll score. It's not like the fans are backing you full force. If history is anything to go by, they're only willing to give you the plug when your family's ready to pull yours. Want it be don't flaunt but overshot. Because you're bored. Grinding, that's Tony Hawk. You've been comfortable with that childish shit like Goldilocks because you've been eating off bare plates that weren't yours and no one told you off. Maybe he'd admit it before he throws more events, but we should all do like Briggs' lungs and don't hold your breath. Anarchy. The fact that you entered was dumb. What do you get from the stunt? Eventually burned out from all the shades of red that you've turned. You can't get breath in your lungs, so now you're regretting the run like all the American cunts that ended up with President Trump or Biden using like Biden using questionable sums of federal funds, protecting his son from all the meth that he's done. So forget about guns and just accept that I've won. It'll take the edge off tomorrow like Emily Blunt because you're more fucking extra than peppermint gum. Yeah, you're putting up a fight in your hut because Premster resides in the dirt. Me, I'm making every function wavy if I'm co-signing it first. See, maybe you'd be getting the love that it's worth if you stop battling on your tournaments, Lewis, and get the fuck back to work.
You know, I've noticed with Aker, after just watching that, if he actually differentiated his tone and stuff between when he's trying to make people laugh and when he's doing bars, I think he'd come off a lot harder. He spits his jokes like a bar haymaker, and it doesn't have the same effect as
that is exactly it.
That's that literally just I was just watching him then and I just thought, that if he actually said these jokes like the stairs in the venue, if he said it in a jokey way, that would differentiate. Because there's a lot of battle rappers that can switch between the two personas, and I think if he actually developed into doing that, it'd hit a lot harder. That
it's difficult because he had an angle in this one, like the whole the medical side of obviously what you've been through, Briggs. Like he can play angles so well, but I found there was a lot of mediocre in between. Like he kind of he kept dipping out of the scheme almost and coming back into it and then coming out and coming back into it. I think structure wise he could have been better in the third as well, personally.
You just said exactly what I was going to say. It's like it doesn't necessarily, I mean, this not just because it's against me here, but like Aker could be a problem if he'd done this well. Like he doesn't commit to an angle fully. Like the first half of that round, I mean, a lot of it was nonsense, but a lot of it is true what he was saying. And then he dips out for 8 bars about just irrelevant nonsense, like Biden covering his like the point he's trying to get to and get it, but you could have done that in one line rather than doing the whole creative round the bush move. But he did that with Bizzo a lot. Like he'll have a nice angle and then he'll just go left, like he's but he's run out of things to say, and then halfway down the line gone, oh, that's another nice 2 bars, let me bring it back in again.
What was the nice angle? Me being a Care Bear in edible underwear.
I mean, that was great.
No, it was you going to the gym. Or no, it was your goatee. Sorry.
Oh yeah, what was that?
What the fuck?
Maybe the uncle angle.
Where has this come from? This goatee fucking malarkey. Anyway, I've had like 3 battles where it's been mentioned now. I think I've had it mentioned every single round.
Because it's been said in battle rap, that's it now, mate.
That's it now.
I mean, you may as well put it on all your bios. Like,
listen, right? It's not even a goatee. It isn't even a goatee. I've just got fair hair on my cheeks. That's it. All right, it's a beard. Doesn't connect. It's a beard, though.
Love that. just put it on a shirt and sell it as merch.
Obviously, we'll check what the decision was, just so Tom can see it. Aker's reaction as well is just amazing. Let's check this out. I think it does that before the judges. So let's see.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Awesome.
Premier Battles live on the King of the Dark channel. The quarterfinals of the Anarchy tournament. First match in the bag. We have a decision. And it's a 4-1 decision. With the public vote going with the majority. 4-1 to Aker. Moving on to the next round.
Yes. Talk that shit, Mackenzie. Mackenzie, I'm taking it home. Scotland freedom.
That's
Yes. What now, Briggs?
But I mean, you gotta live your life, ain't you?
Tom, you gotta wait. Just listen.
It's a 4-1 decision.
Threw him off there.
Just let him just do the whole thing, Tom, and then tell us what you think after.
Just torture him, Briggsy. What are you doing?
Taking it home. Scotland.
Sorry, Briggs.
Scotland freedom.
Watch Bobby and Shotty throw him off here.
Take a Scotland, take a what? Take a dog shit, Briggs.
Yo, the
This
thing
is like, this is
It's
what
like-
you brought me on the stream for. Oh,
That's
Oh,
fucked.
hey!
Look at that jacket.
We will wait. Where's the?
I'll change that back for you. There you go.
I'll hop onto this one. Now everyone's nice and big. We can actually see people.
The thing with AJ is what people don't realise as well. He's such a funny guy outside of battle rap. Like, if he can transition his character that he has as a person.
Yeah, like where was all of that character? As soon as the battle ended, all of that character suddenly came out, and it's like I found myself thinking a lot with his bars that were like really technically good, but was lost on me a lot because I'm not not deep enough into it. Like
his interview after my battle was one of the funniest things I've been in the room for.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
I find myself just thinking like, so like he'll spit like a really great bar, and every now and again I'm just like, it just doesn't hit sometimes. I'm like, come on, man. And that's why I want to watch more, because there's like something where I'm like, I know you're good, man. Like what you're spitting is really good, but there's just something he's missing that I can't quite place yet.
So, Tom, the whole point going through this is to obviously see what your opinion is on the battles and stuff. And it's great this one because they're actually judged. But I wanted to go around and just check with everybody. But I guess we'll start with you. Do you agree with the decision Abe's going through, or would you have judged it differently?
Right. I think, completely unrelated to the fact that he is in the room, I would be in minority. I think I would still give that to Briggsy. But I think that's mainly because as a new person to battle rap in general, Briggsy had more of the things that I'm looking for to keep me engaged. Like he had the personality, he had the rewatchability. Like there are bars in there, like if I wanted to, like if I'm chatting to somebody at work, like there are bars in there that I'd be like, okay, I'm going to show you the LARP section because like, that's an easy thing that I could show somebody who's not into battle rap. Like so, like in that battle, Briggsy had more of what I look for, but.
I'll be back in a second.
Like, I get it that obviously the judges have a lot more experience than me and look for the more sort of the fundamentals almost. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I probably
it's
would
not
be...
even really about experience. If you're judging a battle, it's like you're sitting here giving your opinion and saying for very good reasons why you've got it one way or the other. You don't need qualifications to do that. You've completely justified why you see it that way, and who can really disagree with you.
Yeah,
fair enough.
It's all preference. Like,
like
I say, I could have picked 4 other judges who might have given it me, but the judges I asked to be on the stream, like I said,
you'll be a judge next in Briggsy's next battle.
Yeah, I'll be a judge. I'm in.
But the thing, like, you know, I could have had 1 or 2 different judges on the first week, and I could have gone home to Mackenzie. Like, it's just how these things play out. Like, I'm more pissed off at myself for the stumble because I reckon, in my own opinion, that's what lost me the battle. And I can't be mad at anyone else. I can't be mad at the judges for sending me home because that's on me. That's not on no one else. It just is what it is, isn't it? That's why I wasn't. Obviously, I would have liked to have come through, but it is what it is.
Yeah, in a tournament setting, you've got to make sure that you feel like you've done enough for the judges all to pick you at the end of the day. But like you've seen it with KOTD over the weekend. Like there's been some decisions where they've said, like I think Cali Smooth versus Reverse Live. Cali Smooth was fuming after that battle. But it happens in a tournament setting. That's the whole point of it being competitive. Like sometimes you're going to get decisions not go your way, and some you're going to get them that do go your way.
Well, look at the battle. Look at the battle on the internet. Like it's on YouTube now. Probably say 80% of the comments are saying I won.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter at the end of the day.
You can't like.
It's down to the judges that I selected to choose me to go through or not.
And it's also easy to say that, like when you've got especially a tournament setting like this, or a judge in the building there and then battle, you've got to get the win in the building.
Oh yeah,
80% of people on the day were saying, but it's very it's very different when you get to go back and think, oh, actually, that doesn't make sense, or yeah, that wasn't as fire as I thought it was, or there's a lack of cohesion, or this was actually better structured, or it's very you've got to get that.
That's the tricky, that's the tricky thing about live performances. Like, you can only do it once. The fact that we can look back at it and like watch it again is such a blessing. Because like, if this was an event, not live streamed, a lot of the conjecture would be a lot less specific.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say by the fact of like, the comments might say I won, which is cool because they've got a chance to sit down, watch, and take it in.
Yeah, it's a little ego boost as well. You know, gets you hyped up, and
it's like battling in a normal venue with a crowd. Like people win in the room and then lose on camera. Yeah. That's just it's on the battle. It's on me and Akon at the end of the day to not only win on the camera but win on the day, like whether it's in the crowd or on the stream. And I didn't win on the stream. It just is what it is at the end of the day. Like I say, we could have done that battle 10 times and it could have been 5 8 go through, I go through it, but it is what it is.
I cannot wait to see Moria though. Now outside of the tourney.
Talking of seeing more of
did that come down to the fan vote?
You what,
no.
No, it was only I think it was Jay Short who gave it me.
Oh. Yeah, it was Jay Short.
My fault.
Speaking of
holding it down,
obviously we are going to watch the next battle, which will be next week, which is Georgie versus Sam Hypes is the last battle of the course we got to watch. Before we go, I'm going to try and wrap this up now. Thank you guys all for coming on. I just got one more question for everybody. Obviously, Briggsy and Bizzo is going to be a bit of a different question for you guys, but
oh my goodness,
and Tom, you kind of won't be able to answer this, but was there anyone that you predicted would be in the final? Jen, start with you. Who did you predict? Like, personally, I thought it was going to be Briggsy versus Maverick, personally.
I don't think I gave any definitive predictions, but I definitely, I think I said who I thought the last 4 were going to be. And I think I definitely thought Briggsy, Rivers, Bizzo, and Roots. I can't remember if that is that how it, but that I think I seem to remember, or did I have Bobby in there? I can't remember. I don't have a memory. I have notepads. So, or it's it's somewhere. Yeah, you can go and find it somewhere. I'm sure I said it, but I didn't predict this outcome.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I don't think anyone did. That's why I love this tournament, to be fair. It's brought out a lot of different opinions and stuff on people as well. Visual, did you have any predictions at all?
I thought the final was going to have Maverick and Bizzo. I thought Maverick was going to go to the final and even probably win it, but whenever he went out in the first round, I was like, fuck, there we go, anything can happen. So, yeah, no, I've enjoyed watching it, but I had Maverick in the final.
Okay. And Frost?
Yeah, well, I always said if the right Bobby shows up, typical line, but I always said he'd be in the final, and he turned up to the first one. I knew from there that he was showing up. So I always had Bobby, but the other side, I think I had Mata being in the final. I think he was my finalist. I might be talking shit, but yeah, I think it was Mata.
Doesn't matter here, man. This is you are not going to get quoted here.
And
this is a safe place.
Obviously, you are in the final, so again, congratulations. The first ever finalist of the Anarchy tournament, I think, as well. So that's history being made. Who did you think you was going to be in the final with? Was you surprised it was Bobby, or
I messaged Bobby a week after the tournament got announced and said, I think it'll be me and you in the final. I genuinely said to him on Instagram. I've got it on me.
That's some scary shit.
I said I think I called it on Jen, my interview with Jen just before the first round.
I remember as well. I think I asked that question.
I said that I feel like
I remember it being
underestimated, but then I said Bobby. I think Bobby will be the one that gets to the final from the other side, because I openly tell everyone I've rated Bobby since from day one. Like I was on a card where he made his debut, and yeah, I said it was at Zombie Shack. Yeah, I said to to Bobby ages ago. I said, like, if you turn up how I, as a fan, want you to turn up, then you could go all the way in it. But then now, obviously, it's me versus him, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, I can't wait, me. I can't wait to get going for it now.
No, good luck, though, man. Definitely good luck.
Yes,
it's well deserved.
Well
deserved.
Thank you.
We're definitely gonna. I'm definitely gonna watch it live. We'll hopefully stream it and see if anyone's about. Because obviously, I'm
not
assuming
live. We won't be. Not whilst it's happening.
Oh no,
live.
yeah, like I'll like probably like live tweet.
No, we'll do the YouTube.
Yeah, it won't be like
yeah, it'll be on the YouTube releases. Really.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're hoping that we'll get a few people together and watch it live on the stream. That'd be cool. And yeah, Brigsley, to finish us off, then, who obviously. Commiserations to you. Unfortunately, you didn't get through to the final.
You can't say yourself.
Who did you see yourself in the final with?
I got a load of it wrong. To be fair, I did say. I think I said it on your show as well, Jen.
You did. Bizzo.
I said Bizzo being the. Well, I said Bizzo being the semi-final because I'd have to knock him out. But yeah, Bizzo. I said from the second. To be fair, Bizzo was the only battle rapper that inboxed me before we announced the tournament. It was like, I need to be on this. Everyone else applied, but Bizzo was the only active one that was like, what have I got to do to get on it? And I think I even told you to go and battle in Apex before it, didn't I?
I said, please, if I beat Sam Ipes, will you put me on this tournament? And then you said, well, I wasn't going to, but yeah. So yeah, just give me, yeah. I'm like so grateful for the opportunity. Like, I just wanted a platform to show myself, like, and I was so nervous going into the weekend because I battled on two like fairly big tournaments, rap battle related. I battled in the top 8 for Don't Flop in 2013, and I got to the semi-final and lost there. And then I came back and started in the academy and lost in the semi-final there. So I was like, I do not want to go out in another semi-final. So yeah, like, I was that was like playing on my mind the whole day. And to get through to the final, I'm buzzing now. Like, I feel like I can just keep on going, keep on improving.
Genuinely,
I called most of this tournament wrong.
Yeah, same bit.
It's the nature of the beast, isn't it? With live events.
I thought it was going to be me and Joker in the second round. Joker went out first. Then I thought it'd be either me, Bizzo, or me, Rivers, in the semis.
It just fell apart.
The first round. But yeah, the other side of the bracket was stacked. I always kind of knew Bobby would be in the final. It just all came down to if Bobby wanted to be in the final. It
would have been interesting to see Bobby versus KJ. Obviously, that is one of the quarterfinals that we did get to see. Unfortunately, but that would have been an amazing battle.
Yeah, I was really excited to see more KJ.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you liked him the first
time.
Yeah, I did. I really did.
KJ turns up like. I said from the start, whoever wins Bobby and Maverick will be in the final. But then when you seen KJ versus Lazy, it was like, shit, if that KJ turns up against that Bobby in for the first round as well, like, that's anyone's game. That.
I hope that battle happens in the future. That's the main event. Like, undisclosed kind of battle. That
you need to keep that that in the pocket.
Like, it's already in the pocket. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
If you need anyone to do a face-off, we're free. You don't have to pay anyone.
Tom, that ain't us. That's trouble. He can deal with all the face-offs. I can't be bothered to have people shouting.
Okay, I'm free.
I can't deal with that kind of
just one. I ain't coming for your job, man. I just want to do it once.
The only one that I will do is, because Trubs won't be able to do it, is his era versus era battle. I would do that one just because he couldn't do it. Well, he could actually, knowing him, he could pull it off and do it.
Take a step to the left.
But yeah, on that note, I'm gonna say time there. It's gonna get to just about an hour and 35. I think that's cool to end there. I want to thank you all for coming on. Jen, thank you. Bizzo, thank you. Visual, Briggs, Frost, all of you, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for having us, brother. Yeah, this is so much more than I thought it would have been today, and it's been amazing, and I've learned so much. So thank you guys for educating me and listening to me ramble. And,
we'll definitely send you out the links for the stream next week when we come on. I'll let you know as well the dates and stuff. But yeah, if you need anything from us, let us know as well. We're here to be able to facilitate any talks you guys want to do or anything you guys got coming up as well. Just let us know. But cheers, guys. I'm going to end it now.
Peace.
Nice.
Thanks for having us, bro.